Have you ever wondered how much does it cost to travel to Bali for a week? Well, I'm doing a series where I'm looking up how much it costs to travel for a week around the world. I'm doing all the work for you. I'm going to look up the flights, hotel or Airbnb, transportation, entertainment, and the food prices. I have not been to Bali, but I've been to Thailand, and I thought it would be the similar, but not quite. I'm also gonna put up screenshots so you can see what I'm seeing. So this first screenshot, I googled what is the nicest beaches in Bali, and the first thing says Seminyak Beach. So that's around where I'm gonna look at for a hotel. And also, when you look at the map, this area was great, which means there's an actual city there, a city where you can go and explore. So we're staying in that area. Most people travel during the summer, so I'm looking at flights from June 10 to 18, and this flight is gonna be from LAX because it is closer from LAX because it's in Asia. If you fly from New York, it's gonna be a little bit more pricier. I'm kind of surprised how pricey it is. Here is my flight from LAX. It's $1,699. It arrives next day, which is perfect because it basically arrives at 2:40 p.m. You can check in and then you have the rest of the day to explore. But we also have a 4-hour layover, which is perfect because it gives you time to a little bit go into a lounge if you have lounge access, but also make sure that if your flight is delayed an hour, if it's late, then you're not gonna miss your connecting flight. I also wanted to see how much it will cost from New York. So here's a screenshot of the prices from New York, 2,116. So it's a couple $100 more. These are economy prices. I was also curious about first class. So here's a screenshot of first class from New York, 15,000. This screenshot is from the airport to the beach. It's only a 20-minute ride, so pretty close. Let's get into hotels. So the first one I really liked is Legion Village Hotel. It looks very cute. It got that Bali style, the decor, and just like that Bali vacation vibe. It's in a good location, very close to the beach. Here is some room options. So I am selecting the one that includes breakfast. So if you do not want breakfast, it's $12 per night. However, for someone that's been to Asia, I have learned that they don't really eat breakfast. So if you're one of those people who has to have breakfast, like me, for me it was very hard to find breakfast in Thailand because they don't really eat breakfast in Asia. Maybe in Japan, but not in this area. So I selected the one with breakfast, which was only $16 per night. Perfect. The total comes out to $138. And I also like that it's on a street, on a busy street, so you can come out and kind of have like a little bit of like a nightlife experience. I went around on the satellite, and there was like a couple of bars and restaurants, so there's life outside the hotel. This is the map of the hotel, so it's super close to the beach, and you can see around it there's a lot of place to do. There's a ACK fried chicken. So hotel for a whole week is under $200. Nice. Let's see Airbnb. Whenever I do Airbnb search, I always put the filter to entire place, and I put the maximum price to the same amount as my hotel. So here I put $18 and I have 52 results. I really like this one, studio apartment for rent. This one's $17 per night. It also has like a community pool. It looks very nice, pretty much almost same as a hotel, kind of. Looks kind of like a hotel. Total came out to $137. So $1 less than the hotel. But in the hotel, I also get breakfast. So I'm gonna go with the hotel. Let's get into transportation. There is no Uber. So no Uber, but there is another thing that replaced Uber called Grab. I've never used it, but from what I learned, it works the same as Uber. For me, I think the easiest way to get to my hotel will be a private driver from the airport, because they will drop me off at the hotel, not like at a bus stop and then I have to find my hotel. So if my private driver drops me at the hotel, that will be perfect. So here on, I'm also gonna put links down below where you can like find these informations. So here is what's included in my private driver. There's a free cancellation within 24 hours. My ride will be $7.46 one way. So I think that's a yes, because they will drop me off at the hotel. So it's saving me time. You can also get airport transportation on Expedia. Here it's gonna be like the same private driver. You can either choose if you want a minivan, if you have like a group of people or a family, or like a smaller car. That's $14. So on Expedia it's pricier. I don't know if it's gonna be cheaper if you get it when you get there, because you know at the airport, when you try to get a cab at the airport, it's always gonna be a lot more pricier. So if you book it in advance, then they cannot scam you. I also found Cloak, which is again a transportation. On this, it will be $6.29. An average taxi ride, and this is not from the airport, an average taxi ride like in the city will cost around $2.87. So let's say I take the taxi 5 times, like in the city. If I want to go see something, I take the taxi in the city. Let's say I take it 5 times, that will cost me $14.35. So that's what I'm writing down as for transportation. There's also tuk-tuk, but I was not able to find the price anywhere. Now let's get into some entertainment. There's a ton of things to do in Bali, and I think you're gonna find a way better options when you get there and you see excursions. But I have come up with a few just so you can like kind of see like what to expect the price. But I do believe that when you get there, it's gonna be cheaper there instead of buying it online. One of the things I found to do is this flea market. It's free, but you might be able to find some street food, which I honestly did not think that I would not find any. I put the satellite in to like walk on the street. There wasn't any. Not like in Thailand. I think at the flea market you'll be able to find some cute street foods and also souvenirs and like handmade items. It's free to go. Another thing I would love to do is go to the Sacred Monkey Forest Sanctuary. How adorable, those little monkeys. So technically you are not allowed to go and pet them. If they come to you, you can pet them, but like if they're just sleeping, do not go pet them. This is a little bit far. It's an hour and like 30 minutes by car. So for this, it'll be a good thing to do the Uber with the Grub or get a private driver. You can also get a private driver from your hotel. The sanctuary is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the entry is only $2.42. There's also jet ski rental, and the average jet ski rental, at least what I found online, was $18 per person, which I thought it was a little too much for jet ski for Bali prices, I think. So I do think if you want to get a jet ski, it should be maybe like $10-15 per person. When you get there and you rent it there at the beach, you might get like a good deal, or you can bargain. Let's get into the food. I have hotel at the breakfast, but in case you don't, let's see a couple of options. So again, I was having a hard time finding food options and menus because a lot of the websites or the menus just takes me to Facebook, their Facebook page. But I did find a few. So the first one I found for breakfast, Rise and Shine Cafe. It has like very basic stuff, a lot of fresh fruits. I was able to find their menu. On the currency, you're gonna see thousands. You see right here, cappuccino, it says 30. The 30, they just shortened it to 30, but it's 30,000. I am gonna go with the cappuccino, and the 30,000 of the Indonesian currency is $1.98. And if I buy coffee for a week every day, that total comes out to $13.86. Here's a little bit of the menu, what you can get. So you see the price, 75, that's 75,000. And I'm gonna choose the egg and toast for $4.29. So here are like the kind of like the foods that they have. It looks very fresh, very vibrant. I like it. Looks really good. And then I found Jika Coffee and Eatery, because on Instagram I'm constantly seeing people going to Bali and eating smoothie bowls. So I'm like, where are you getting that? This is where they're getting it. So here's the menu for the smoothie bowls. You see 55K, so 55,000. I'm gonna choose the smoothie bowl. Oh wait, they're the same price. The 55K comes out to $3.63, and these look pretty good, but they also have like pasta and burger. But the smoothie bowls look very inviting, especially like the watermelon balls and coconut on top. Looks delicious. So an average price spent on breakfast comes out to around like $7. That times 7 is $49 for breakfast for a week. How about lunch? So what I did, because I thought it's gonna be like in Thailand, there's a lot of little restaurants that I would not be able to find online, that I thought that would be street food, but no. So I put the little yellow person on the map and walked around on the streets, and there was no like on the street food, but I found this restaurant, Lucky's Warung. Now I was not really able to find prices, but if you can like see here, kinda there's a lot of happy hours, and a beer cost, you can kind of see it says Bintang, that's a beer, and that costs $2. An average price for a soda is $1. So on this one, I did find that it has, that was like one picture of a little bit of the price. At this restaurant, we can see some food pictures. So there's rice with some proteins and tons of vegetable. And I kept walking around and I saw this place that has like burgers, 55K, 75K for a burger. We did not need that. Then I went on TripAdvisor and looked up restaurants. Warung, Indonesia. Looks very authentic. A lot of veggies and rice and noodles. And I'm gonna order this dish. It looks like there's a chicken thigh on the side and veggies around it. Maybe a fried fish on the side and the rice in the middle. This dish is $1.95. And over here, there's a plate of vegetables and noodle in the middle. This is $1.04. Then I found this restaurant, Herb Library. Looks really good. A lot of vegetables, very vibrant colors, a mix of steamed and fried food. Here's a menu. I'm really liking the coriander garlic prawns, which is $2.31. And on the bottom, slow cooked coconut chicken, that is $1.65. At another similar restaurant, Varang Forest. I'm already loving how that looks. Looks very good. It's rice and meat or seafood. Here is the menu. From this, I'm ordering a chicken rika rika. Not really sure what it is. That's $2.65. So an average cost on lunch is $6 per day. Like let's say you order one of the dishes or two of the dishes just to try and see, because it's so cheap, you might as well try 2 dishes, and then maybe you order some water or some juice or beer. So on about roughly $6 per day. That times 7, $42 on lunch for a week, unless you find like a local something that's gonna be a lot cheaper than the prices I'm finding online. Dinner, I found this walking around on the streets. Average price for a cocktail is $4. To be honest, I mentioned this in my Thai video, one of them. I think it's safer to drink beer because one, you know that no one tried to put something in there. Two, sometimes they replace top shelf liquors with cheaper stuff. Beer is just like a safer way to go that you know what you're drinking. Okay, so I found this restaurant I really like. It really caught my attention because they're skewers. Gourmet satay house. Indonesian, vegetarian friendly, and vegan options to skewers. I'm loving it. It's like these little individual skewers, and there's also some veggies on the side and some rice. This is what it looks like. This is so cute. I think this would do very well in America. I am ordering the Campur Doging. That's the second picture from the left. It's $3.78. And then I found this receipt. The total is 183,000 and something. That is $12. So I think this was for 2 people. See, there's bintang, that's beer. They ordered 2 beers, and then the rest is just stuff, and then the lemon tea. So for that, for 2 people, dinner was $12. Let's go to another restaurant, Roeng Bernadette. So this looks a little bit more upscale. Here's some pictures. Looks really good. Very similar to the previous stuff, but it is a little bit more upscale. So not like a home cooked meal, but like more restaurant looking. Looks like meat, some rice, some goodies. Yeah, it looks definitely more fancier. So on right here, you see skewers, satay ayam. I'm gonna order that. That is $4.89. I'm also gonna order 1 iced tea, $1.63. Pretty good prices. So this is what a meal looks like. I think it looks pretty good. It's like pulled meat, pulled beef or pork. You got some sauteed kale on the side, rice. And here's a receipt. They ordered 4 types of food, and the total came out to $259,875. That was $16.88. So it has 4 food special, and there's 4 guests. So 4 guests, $17 for a dinner for 4 people. You got like 1 cocktail if you go out there in Hollywood. On about an average, if you like pick out like multiple items or like a beer and water, I'm calculating roughly dinner per night will be $9. If less, perfect. So $9 times 7, it's $63 for dinner for a week. Average price spent on food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, $22. The total for a week for food, $154. But I am removing the breakfast because I have breakfast at the hotel. So even less than that. Now let's calculate what the total trip costs for a week in Bali. Now remember, everything here was very affordable except the flight. So the total, if you get a hotel, $1,883.23. If you get the Airbnb, it's $1 difference. $1,882.23. I'm gonna go with the hotel just because it looked so much nicer. And I know that it's clean, and it was just a nice vibe there. You got like you saw the pictures, they were so nice. You go outside and you see this beautiful decors and designs. So, and there's breakfast. So it's a win-win for me, no question. To Bali, I think it's a good price. Like I said, the flight is the most expensive in here. So if you look at the dates, let's say October, your flight is gonna be around like $900. So yeah, that was it for this video. If you go to Bali, bring me back some skewers.